Good afternoon, everyone. We'd like to welcome you into our space once again this wonderful Wednesday. If you notice, if you can see me, you see that I have a sweater on. It's cold here in Atlanta. So, wherever you are, if it's cold for you as well, you see our image on the screen today. We're going to start off really light and we're going to keep it light throughout this meditation today. Caroline asked me yesterday, what is going to be our theme today? And I said, you know what? We're not going to have a theme. We're going to keep it very simple today. And I think sometimes we just have to do that. But as many of you, if you're around this area in Atlanta and around this nation, actually, this is homecoming season or weekend for some of us. Emory is celebrating its homecoming this weekend, and also my alma mater, Morehouse College, is also celebrating. And so I thought about that for a little while as we focus our time today. And I do have something that I want to share with you. We talk about family and we talk about gatherings and connections, the people that we align ourselves to. It's important. And so, homecoming, I remember growing up before I got to high school, our church used to have a homecoming celebration when all of the former members would return to our church and we would have dinner. We would sing old songs, things like that. There were points of connection. So today, as we focus our time and our attention, let's think about homecoming. What is it? It's simply an instance of returning home. And it explained as a celebration at a school or a college, usually including a dance and a football game, tailgating, several activities that would cause us to be together. And it's when people who were students there at an earlier time can return to visit. And this is really important in American culture. And as part of that, I wanted to focus on our IQ. Actually, not our IQ, but our EQ. You know what that is? Some of you do. While our IQ can tell us a lot about certain skills and abilities of our intellect, there is another set of factors that might have an even greater impact on our lives. You know what that is? It's our EQ, or emotional intelligence. It's a big part of that is emotional awareness, our capacity to be aware of situations and how they make us feel by isolating our emotions and understanding them within ourselves. To make it even easier, we need to ask ourselves, how self-aware are we? How aware are you of your strengths and weaknesses emotionally? And how aware are you of other people's emotional states? Homecoming. It's a time when we come back to reconnect. But now what we want to do, let's stop what we're doing and become self-aware. We got a coffee cup or teacup there with something warm to drink, as us here in this area could really appreciate that right now. So stop where you are, free your hands. If you're by a window, why don't you take a look outside and just gaze. I'm looking in the sky right now and I have a tree outside of my window. And the leaves are turning as it reflects the season of fall. No longer green, but you have some oranges, some yellows, some light green, brown, all this. Oh, in a clear blue sky. How beautiful it is. Makes me want to say from within, oh Lord, how beautiful are your works. Marvelous in my eyes. I glorify you for that. So peaceful. Okay, let's breathe for a few moments here. And I want you to think about those three things that I mentioned. How self-aware are you? How aware are you of your strengths and weaknesses emotionally? And how aware are you of other people's emotional states? So it's not all about you. When we gather for homecoming, we gather because we want to know how those we are connected to are doing. And while we're sitting here, don't wait for me to invite you in to breathe, but let's breathe together, okay? Ready? Yeah. Continue that while I go through this practice. Stephen or Stephen Labossiere. I like to let me go back and say this. I like to watch reels. There's some very interesting reels that appear on TikTok or Instagram. And there's this gentleman that I came across last night. He is a relationship expert. His name is Stephen Labossiere. And part of this self-awareness that I wanted to present to you today talks about connection. Are you connected? How do you know you're connected? Said connection cannot be created nor can it be destroyed. It's either there or it's not. There's nothing you can do to build connection. You can build a stronger bond. You can create a stronger attachment to people. Hence, we do icebreakers sometimes when we have our gatherings. But that does not mean connection is there. You see? You see it play out where you have people who can meet each other right now, have an amazing connection, things in common. Something happens where they fall apart, where they have to distance themselves, whether they move or take another job. And then they come back together again years later, and it's like they never stopped talking. You all know about that. It just falls back into place. It's connection. It's a deeper thing that is occurring there. Get this, it's your spirit recognizing its match. This is why many people that felt connection cannot always explain it. Connection does not always line up with the logic of, get this, the logic of compatibility. It's just there. Consider this. You can be compatible with tons of people. You can have chemistry with many people. Yet you do not feel connection with them. Think about those that you're connected to versus those that you're compatible with. Homecoming. You come together because you have connection. You remember those the most that you have connection with and to. I like how he said, it's your spirit recognizing its match. That's why, even when you look in scripture, in Revelations, it talks about, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man would hear my voice, I will come in. If they answer, I will come in and sup with him or her. It's about being and allowing yourself that connection. Sometimes we don't answer the phone, or we don't answer the emails or text messages because there's no connection. Who are you connected to today? I want to sing, but I don't feel like it's necessary today. I just want you to know that you belong. You have connections. But it's up to you to be present in those times with those people. This is a good day for you. Let's take a deep breath. Release. Again. Have a good day. Be good to yourselves and be good to others. Be aware of what causes you to thrive, but also be aware of others and their states. Be blessed. Love you from Office of Spiritual and Religious Life here at Emory University. Take, take care and enjoy this season.